The Haitian community says farewell to victims of the Cosy Time tragedy. A man abducted and robbed this morning. Thieves threaten a national team's chances of playing in a major tournament.
The team cannot go unless they're uniformed.
The BPSU president voicing more concerns, plus tensions flare on the final day of Turks and Caicos voter registration.
It's extremely disheartening to see the process that we have been subjected to.
I'm Nikia DeVoe, and this is NB12 Weekend. Thanks for joining us this Saturday evening. Heart-wrenching tributes were paid to the young lives of those 5 children who drowned in the Cosy Time boating tragedy earlier this month. Those tributes came as hundreds from the Haitian community gathered at the Enoch Beckford Auditorium on Carmichael Road today to say their final goodbyes to all 11 people who lost their lives on that fateful day. Paige McCartney attended the service and filed this report.
The screams of tearful family members echoed through the hall this morning as the pictures and coffins of the 5 children who drowned in that disaster on June 10th lay before them. 11 people perished when the 25-foot vessel en route to the United States took on water after engine failure. Police believe there were 28 people on board the boat when it sunk. 7 reportedly escaped, while 10 are still unaccounted for. 43-year-old Alphonse Edner has been charged with abetment to manslaughter in the deaths of the 11 victims who allegedly paid $5,000 each for the boat ride. The deceased have been identified as Jessica Baptiste, Shana Baptiste, Whitna Tirolin, Ismona Pierre, Elviana Baptiste, Crescenti Joseph, Jermaine Joseph, Evensky Baptiste, Curtly Baptiste, and Alonzo Joseph. At today's funeral service, Haitian ambassador to the Bahamas Antonio Rodrigue gave words of comfort to the mourning congregation.
Families of the victims, pendant que nous traversé route ça avec cœur cassé, as we travel this road with painful hearts, et nous n'avons allé dans processus pour nous capables de réconforter. As you go through a process to recomfort and rebuild your lives, I want to let you know you are not alone. Our prayers are with you and for you.
The Haitian ambassador reaffirmed the Haitian government's pledge to make that nation better so that residents don't leave and migrants return. He said that government is also working hard to stop human trafficking.
Following this tragic event, the President of Haiti, Martelly, and Prime Minister Lamotte call on all Haitian citizens to avoid placing themselves in danger by using illegal channels to go on foreign soil. This also reaffirmed their determination to work pour que yo capable améliorer conditions de vie peuple haïtien. For the improvement of living condition of all Haitians.
Robert D. Douanet of the United Association of Haitians and Bahamians living in the Bahamas said the mood of the Haitian community is somber because tragedies like the Cosy Time disaster continue to happen. He said it just proves that the mindset of Haitians hasn't changed and that to them the lure of something better exceeds the fear of probable death.
Let not the death of those 11 persons, and probably more because there are those who are lost at sea, but especially the children. Let their death not be in vain. Let this be another example of the plight of Haitians. Whatever the discontentment was that had actually forced a mother and a father to take their kids and put them on a boat in way for what they hope to be a better life. Obviously, there is some discontent, that's a fact. It shows that there's a disconnect between Haitians living in the Bahamas and Haitians living in Haiti.
Catholic Archbishop Patrick Pinder also brought remarks at today's funeral service. He said what's sadder is that this isn't the first time he's had to bring remarks of sorts to the Haitian community. He said it's now up to them to ensure that it doesn't happen again. For MB12, I'm Paige McCartney.
In other news, police are investigating a traffic accident that has resulted in the death of a 23-year-old man. Police say the South Beach resident was riding a red and white Honda 650 motorcycle traveling west along St. Vincent Road in the area of Silver Gates Thursday when he lost control of the motorcycle and crashed into a white F-150 truck. The young man was taken to hospital where he succumbed to his injuries Friday morning. And the Cable Bahamas family is mourning the death of one of its own after the employee reportedly suffered a heart attack while driving yesterday. Police say the 45-year-old man was driving a white 2009 Suzuki van east along Joe Farrington Road when he lost control and crashed into a utility pole yesterday around 3:45 p.m. Family members and co-workers have identified him as Cable Bahamas employee Marcus Bunch of Cool Acres. While police initially referred to the incident as a traffic fatality, family members confirmed that Marcus had a heart attack and was dead before the van ran off the road. His mother confirmed that he did have a heart condition, and he reportedly complained to one of his colleagues yesterday that he wasn't feeling well. Many of Marcus's co-workers were on the scene of the accident yesterday. In a statement today, Vice President of Engineering at Cable Bahamas, John Gomez, said the Cable Bahamas family is extremely saddened by Marcus's shocking and untimely passing. Gomez described Marcus as a quiet, humble, dedicated, and loyal and highly respected employee. Gomez said representatives of Cable Bahamas met with Marcus's family yesterday afternoon to render support during this trying period. He extended heartfelt condolences to Marcus's family on behalf of the management and staff of Cable Bahamas Limited. Well, police are on the hunt for 5 men who allegedly abducted a man and then robbed him. According to police reports, the 46-year-old man was walking on Fire Trail Road around 2:35 this morning when he was approached by the 5 men in a Honda vehicle. It's reported that the men forced the victim into the vehicle where they beat him before robbing him of an undisclosed amount of cash. It is further reported that the victim was then released by the culprits. The Bacardi Road resident was taken to hospital by EMS personnel where he is detained in stable condition. Police are appealing to anyone who may have seen anything or have any information on the incident to contact them immediately. Well, the national men's and women's volleyball teams may have to sit out a major regional competition thanks to thieves who stole over $7,000 worth of brand new uniforms and other equipment. The incident also sheds light on what athletes say is a lack of security at a national sporting facility.
Tuesday night, we were training at Second Isaac Gym, National Stadium, training the both men and women team, and the rain was down, and we had just gotten in the uniforms for the national teams, both men and women. They were in the vehicle outside, and for some reason, during the practice, one of the coaches came and said that there's been a robbery, and everyone left the gym and went outside and saw that my truck was broken into and all of the uniforms were stolen.
Vice President of the Bahamas Volleyball Federation and women's team coach Joe Smith says he had just picked up the 2 boxes containing 50 sets of uniforms that were shipped from the Adidas factory in Mississippi. The uniforms were going to be dropped off for printing. The uniforms did not yet have player numbers or the Bahamian flag on them.
Jerseys, pants, we had some coaches' shirts in there along with the paraphernalia that they need to play with. So the libero uniforms, all the 9 yards, all of it. They ran us into about near $7,000 or $6,900 something.
The unfortunate incident puts the Bahamas Volleyball Federation in a tight spot and leaves them scrambling to replace the stolen gear before a regional tournament used as a qualifier for major international tournaments. Both teams are preparing for the Caribbean Volleyball Championships in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands next month. The men's tournament begins July 13th and the women's tournament the following week, but they may not be able to go.
The team cannot go unless they're uniformed. Well, definitely it's a setback in terms of uniforms. We just hope that mentally it's not a setback because it plays with the psyche of players sometimes, and hopefully we can assure them that they will be uniformed and when time to play, and we go from there. I mean, practice was at its lowest that night. We had to shut practice basically down because people were not concentrating anymore.
The Bahamas Olympic Committee has pledged to grant the BVF $6,000 to assist with the replacement of its national team uniforms. But it's unclear if the uniforms can be ordered, shipped, and printed in time for the tournament. Smith had this message for the culprits.
Hopefully they can just take them back to the gymnasium. I mean, you don't have to go to the police, take them back there, leave them on the floor, give them to security. We don't mind, long as we get them back. I mean, I don't see it being any use to them. It's a national team uniform. Team Bahamas needs it, and what better way to show your allegiance to the flag.
The robbery was reported to the police, but up to airtime there were no leads. This is not the first incident on the gym grounds. According to Smith, there have been several car break-ins and vehicles stolen from the property while both the volleyball and basketball teams practiced. Several of the volleyball national team members told us that they're always worried about their vehicles during practice, and they're calling for increased security at the facility.